Hi, I'm Mike Rayleigh. President Trump is in Israel. He was met in Tel Aviv by both Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Reuven Rivlin. President Trump said he found new reasons for hope during the first leg of his trip. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is traveling with the president. Speaking on board Air Force One shortly before landing in Tel Aviv, he told reporters the rise of ISIS and extremism acts as a unifying factor in the region.
Now there's a perspective that there's something larger going on out there that's affecting all of us, and we need to try to come together to address that. I think that creates a different dynamic for talks.
If tradition is any guide, the Republicans could be in for a tough time when it comes to the 2018 midterm congressional elections. Longtime political observer, NC State University political science professor Andy Taylor says the party with the White House has not done well in previous midterm elections.
Since 1934, there have only been 2 midterm elections in which the president's party has gained seats.
Texas lawmakers have revived a more narrowly focused version of the transgender bathroom bill like the one in North Carolina that sparked a national backlash, but the Texas law would apply only to public schools and not all bathrooms. Representative Safradia Thompson says this bill is mean.
You up here talking about God's business. Transgender students are God's business. And you know what? He loves them too.
May is National Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and AAA Carolinas is urging both motorcyclists and motorists to share the road to ensure everyone's safety. Motorcycle accidents are up, and Tiffany Wright says that's an increase of 2014.
You're talking about over 8% of an increase that we've seen.
You're listening to NCN News.
Sometimes the simplest things can make the biggest difference. An extra pair of hands, a smile, or a shoulder. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we feel the same about home and auto coverage, affordable rates, trusted service, and local agents. After all, making one simple difference in your life helps you make a big difference in another's. Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Get ready for a totally new type of museum experience at the North Carolina Museum of History's groundbreaking new exhibit, North Carolina and World War I. Wind your way through a life-size trench system with 8-foot walls, a reproduction field hospital, floor-to-ceiling murals, historic film footage and interactive video, plus over 500 artifacts on display. Don't miss your chance to step into the shoes of a Tar Heel soldier from 100 years ago. It's free and now open at the North Carolina Museum of History in downtown Raleigh.
Authorities are investigating after pulling a body from a car submerged in a Southern Pines golf course. Officials say they pulled the body out of the water and deployed a dive team to make sure no one else was inside the car. Authorities say they think the car went into the water on Saturday night and no one saw it until daylight Sunday morning. It was an extraterrestrial battle at the box office this weekend.
Ridley Scott's latest Alien movie, Alien Covenant, lands at number 1 this week. With $36 million in ticket sales, it edges out Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. No! Which still collected a healthy $35 million in its 3rd week of release. While both are set in space, they clearly target different audiences. Alien Covenant is a dark R-rated scarefest about parasitic space monsters. While Disney's Guardians is a sweet, family-centered romp across the cosmos. The teen romance Everything Everything debuts in 3rd place, earning $12 million. In 4th, Amy Schumer and Goldie Hawn's R-rated comedy Snatched in its 2nd week in theaters, while another new release, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, is 5th. I'm Ben Thomas.
Jury selection begins today in the Bill Cosby criminal case. AP Entertainment editor Oscar Wells Gabriel reports.
Most people, if they're honest, probably don't want to have anything to do with jury duty, especially if that duty will mean that they'll be transported some 300 miles away from home in order to handle the case and to be sequestered when they get there. Well, that's the challenge for both prosecutors and the defense in the Bill Cosby sexual assault case. They want to get jurors who won't mind the inconvenience while trying to avoid those who want to be on the case so badly they might lie to get through the screening process. I'm Oscar.
24/7 WCAB is serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Learn more about us at www.wcab59.com.
From ABC News, I'm Brad Milkey. The president has touched down in Israel on the second leg of his foreign trip. ABC's Karen Travers is there.
Welcome to Israel. Baruch haba.
A red carpet and a military band welcoming President Trump and the First Lady to Tel Aviv, Israel. After walking down the steps from Air Force One, the president exchanged warm, familiar greetings with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Welcome, our good friend.
And in an off-script moment, the two leaders seemed to not know where to go next. President Trump asked the Prime Minister, "What is the protocol?" And Netanyahu told him, "They'll just tell us where to stand." Karen Travers, ABC News, traveling with the president in Jerusalem.
President Trump also addressed the crowd in Tel Aviv. The message, this is the moment.
We have before us a rare opportunity to bring security and stability and peace to this region and to its people.
ABC's Jordana Miller is based in Israel and says Trump will be warmly embraced by leaders there.
There's also unexpected tension now after the president's alleged leak of Israeli intel to Russia and the $110 billion arms deal signed in Riyadh, also prompting criticism. Israel's intelligence minister called it a troubling deal that may jeopardize Israel's military edge in the region.
Here at home, the FBI is investigating a stabbing on the University of Maryland campus as a potential hate crime.
Hate has no place in America. Hate has no place on a college campus.
That's Dr. Artie Lee Travis, Vice President for Student Affairs at nearby Bowie State. A black student there, who's also a U.S. Army lieutenant, was allegedly stabbed by Maryland student Christopher Urbanski. Police say Urbanski, who's white, was a member of a white nationalist Facebook group. North Korea says it's ready to start producing and deploying a new ballistic missile tested this weekend, capable of reaching Japan and U.S. military bases. You're listening to ABC News.
This is a special announcement for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state. Pay attention. There's a special toll-free hotline set up especially for you. This hotline will give you free information on how you can legally reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call the taxpayer hotline today at 1-800-442-4840. Grab a pen or put the number in your cell phone. 1-800-442-4840. You'll speak with qualified professionals who will tell you how to stop the collection calls, IRS letters, bank levies, and wage garnishments. And they'll deal directly with the IRS on your behalf so you don't have to. Even if you haven't filed returns or are already in a payment plan, you can still get relief. New IRS settlement policies have opened the doors for a fresh start. But hurry, this won't last forever, and your tax problem will only get worse if you do nothing or try to handle it yourself. It makes a big difference in who you call. So call the taxpayer hotline today for free information. 1-800-442-4840. 1-800-442-4840.
Today marks the end of a weekend-long strike for AT&T workers after the company failed to reach a deal with the Communication Workers of America.
We've built this company to be what it is today, and they just continue to disrespect the employees.
That's Jane Phillips, a staff union representative in Indianapolis. AT&T says it offered generous terms and has a contingency workforce in place. A scary moment caught on tape when a young girl was yanked into the water by a sea lion in British Columbia. A man jumped in to rescue her. ABC's Eva Pilgrim says it's amazing no one was hurt.
Moments before the chaotic scene erupted, the animal was wooing the crowd, some of the visitors feeding it. At one point, it lunges up. The little girl laughs, but moments after she sat down, the sea lion lunged again, this time pulling her in. Oh my God! Michael Fujiwara was there as it all unfolded.
There was just screaming, oh my God, it was pretty crazy.
Authorities say it serves as a warning to everyone. Do not feed wild animals.
New recommendations from the American Academy of Pediatrics telling parents not to give their babies fruit juice if they're younger than 1. Kids under 6 should only be getting 6 ounces a day tops. Doctors say you don't get much nutrition out of juice, especially without the fiber of whole fruit. This is ABC News.
Your morning's first news. Good morning, America. We want to get right to that breaking news. Never just the headlines, always digging deeper, reporting the facts you deserve. The exclusive news-breaking interviews, what everyone's talking about. Robin, George, Michael. Oh yeah, here we go. Serving up what you need and what you want. First thing every morning.
Good morning, America.
That's why GMA is America's #1 morning show.
We'll see you in the morning on GMA.
And we thank you.
Brad Milkey.
You know, Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road in Spindale, has been part of the family for years. Your granddad, your dad, and now this generation is depending on the great inventory, excellent service, and better pricing. Listen to some of these items we need probably right about now. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 a bag. Dog food, fire and ant killer in spray and granular. Flea and tick prevention. Carpenter bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going. And over at Oakland Feed and Seed, while they last, BioSpot flea and ticks material, 3-month supply, only $9.99. 1-month flea pill available now. Flea and tick shampoo and collars available for your dog, cat. Check with Oakland Feed and Seed. Special 4-gallon backpack sprayer, only $49.99. Generic Roundup weed killer, all sizes, and it comes in quarts, gallons, 2.5 gallons. And do-it-yourself pest control available. Come on over to Oakland Feed and Seed. Tell them your pest and needs for weed control, and they'll tell you how to solve it. Just that simple. Oakland Feed and Seed in Spindale.
We'll see mostly cloudy to partly sunny skies around the area today with warm temperatures along with some scattered showers or thunderstorms. Highs will reach about 78 to 83. Tonight, mainly cloudy with an increasing chance of showers and a few storms. Lows overnight dropping into the low to mid-60s. Then on Tuesday, we'll see lots of clouds. We'll have a good chance of rain tomorrow and some heavy rain showers, maybe thunder in spots. Should run cooler. Highs tomorrow will range in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Mike. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this marvelous Monday morning. It is the 22nd day of May, and we have clear skies out there right now. It's getting mostly cloudy throughout today with the possibility of some late afternoon scattered showers, only about 40% chance. Highs around 79 today. Looking west, we have rain in the forecast possibilities all the way through Thursday night with a slight chance. Then the weekend coming up. Looking mighty fine. Mostly sunny on Friday with highs around 77. Saturday, mostly sunny, highs around 82. Then on Sunday, partly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms. That's the way the weather looks for the week here in the foothills. Currently, right now, 59 degrees here at WCAB in Rutherfordton. We're being kind today to Mark Crow. Mark is the co-owner of Crow's Funeral Home in Spindale. Lives up in Union Mills, and he has a birthday coming up tomorrow. So wish happy birthdays to Mark Crow today and tomorrow. Whenever you see him, wish him a happy. Now I have these death announcements this morning. Aaron Jacob Beaumont, age 44 of Spindale, passed away May 18th at his home. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory will have services held at 5 o'clock on Sunday, May the 21st, and the family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. Military honors will be provided by the Rutherford County Honor Guard. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Aaron Jacob Beaumont. Howard Yelton, age 89 of Whiteside Road, died Saturday while being cared for at Rutherford County Hospice. Funeral services will be held 2 p.m. Wednesday, May 24th at Crow's Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends from 1 until 2 Wednesday at Crow's Mortuary. Concluding services will be held with Masonic rites at Eternal Hills Memorial Park. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Howard Yelton. Memorial services for Ann Crummy will be held this afternoon at 5 o'clock at St. Francis Episcopal Church, 408 North Main Street in Rutherfordton. The Pageant King Mortuary is serving the family of Dr. Ann Crummy. Those are the death announcements we have in house this morning. Complete information on these or others that may come in today can be heard at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report here on the most comprehensive news coverage for the foothills, AM 590 WCAB in Rutherfordton. Well, yesterday, the Nationals beat the Braves 3-2. On Saturday, the Braves beat them 5-2. So they flip-flopped around. And then tonight, the Braves will be playing the Pirates at 6:20, and we'll join that game, that pregame, following News 13 at 6 as the Braves continue to play. And stand by for all the latest coverage for the Owls, Forest City Owls, coming to WCAB Radio this season. And also the season kicks off, and we'll tell you more about that as it prevails.
It's unbelievable here, folks, but many Californians have finally had enough. Ever since Democrats gained a supermajority in the state legislature there, they have endured continuous tax increases. The straw that broke the camel's back, massive tax increases on gasoline and diesel fuel, the highest taxes in the country. Freshman Assemblyman Josh Newman actually is facing a recall effort for supporting these higher taxes. So Governor Jerry Brown was in Orange County to defend Newman. He promised the freshman tax raiser all the resources he needs to keep his seat. And then the governor dropped an F-bomb. Governor Brown said, "The freeloaders, I've had enough of them." He was talking to taxpayers leading the recall who are tired of tax increases. Think about that. Jerry Brown and his Democrats have done nothing but raise taxes since they've been in office. It's never enough, though. Whatever they get, they spend, and then they spend more. And if you object to having your pocket picked, you're the freeloader. You pay for this multi-billion-dollar high-speed train to nowhere. You pay for every illegal alien claiming sanctuary in the state, including medical, food assistance, and health care. Instead of fixing crumbling dams, you have to pay for social justice and climate change, and you're a freeloader. Yet to Governor Brown and liberals in blue states everywhere, it's you taxpayers who are held in contempt. These Democrats are parasites. And to make it worse, they're ungrateful parasites to boot. Imagine that I only gave you part of a news story. Be pretty hard to follow, right? Well, that's exactly what happens when you rely on your credit card and bank statements to protect your identity. I mean, sure, your bank can help detect credit card fraud, but not the many other ways your identity can be stolen, like when somebody opens a new account or applies for an online loan in your name. That's why there's LifeLock. LifeLock uses technology to alert you to a wider range of identity threats, and if you have a problem, one of their U.S.-based specialists will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, you can get more comprehensive identity protection than you can get anywhere else. Join now, get 10% off when you visit lifelock.com/rush or call them 800-440-4833. Use the promo code RUSH. That's lifelock.com/rush and save 10%.
12 minutes after 7 o'clock here on this Monday morning report. Before we get to the show's report this morning, we have updates on the double homicide that took place over the weekend. Another report, and Lou Gillum has a report for us. And here's the report on the double homicide in Forest City.
AM 59 WCAB, I'm Lou Gillum with an update on the double homicide that occurred on Friday evening. Forest City Police continue to investigate a double homicide that occurred on Friday. A little after 11 p.m., police were called to a residence after someone discovered two children who had fled the home. Upon arriving at 306 Arlington Street, police found two victims of apparent gunshot wounds. Police say the victims are believed to be Akir Samad Hooper, 34, and Stephanie Lynn Walker, 37, both of the residents. Mr. Hooper, reports say, was deceased at the scene, and Miss Walker later died at the hospital. The reports tell us also that the children were unharmed. Now, there is no additional information on the suspect known. However, reports from the Forest City Police Department say that detectives are actively investigating this incident as a homicide and are interviewing potential witnesses. The Forest City Police Department is urging anyone with any information to please call 828-286-9111. Reports also say that autopsies in the double homicide are scheduled for sometime today, and a suspect is still at large. In an unrelated incident in Spindale, the Oakland Road Bridge in Spindale crossing over Highway 74 bypass is closed. This due to an incident that occurred on Saturday where the bridge was struck by a transfer truck hauling heavy equipment. The eastbound side of the bridge has been compromised and will be closed until the North Carolina Department of Transportation determines that the bridge is safe or makes necessary repairs. The North Carolina Department of Transportation has placed traffic barriers and signs indicating alternate traffic routes. And I spoke with Jamie Guillermo, fire chief in Spindale, earlier. Jamie says that both off-ramps are open. You can use the off-ramps and traffic is able to go under the bridge. However, you will not be able to cross the Oakland Road Bridge. So if you need to get to either side of the Oakland Road Bridge, sometime this morning you need to make arrangements to leave a little earlier. There are detour signs to help you get around that area. For WCAB News, I'm Lou Gillum.
Thank you very much, Lou Gillum, for that report. It's 15 now past 7 o'clock. We'll be going to the phones here in a few moments, make our call-around portion of our news around the county to find out what's been happening. Right now, let's hear this.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
What did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowners' needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
Well, what was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing. Well, across the road here at Farmer's Friend, Feed City and Supplies, if you're interested in decorative gates, they've got some on display there. Locally made, any size, any shape, and many styles. Have hanging baskets in stock for decorating for this weekend. Memorial Day coming up. You might want to check on some flowers and those kinds of things that'll make the weekend brighter for you. Compare the prices at Farmer's Friend Feed and Seed Supplies on dog food. Both the Joy Maintenance dog food, the Joy High Energy dog food, and the Joy Special Meal dog food. And they have plenty of new and used farm equipment that you might want to look at. They're expanding, they're growing, and they're easy to get to right across the road here, 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton. And that phone number is 287-3272. That's Farmer's Friend, Feed, Seed, and Supplies.
In order to get what were to become the Plain States settled, President Lincoln signed the Homestead Act on May 20, 1862. And it worked as thousands of people took up the government's offer for free land. They expected to settle on treed land with running water, similar to the places they left behind. But what they found was treeless plains. With shelter, the first priority, no trees or stones to build one, they resorted to burrowing a cave in the side of a hill. It was called the dugout home. Although these dugouts were protection from wind and cold, they were dark, crowded, and damp. Being ever resourceful, they discovered they could build a home using 1 foot by 2 foot pieces of sod cut from the ground with a shovel or special plow. These pieces of sod were called Nebraska marble. As one pioneer put it, a house could be built without mortar, square, plumb, or greenbacks. A 12-foot by 14-foot home could be built in 10 days. The sod houses were ideal for the plains. They were cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and in case of a prairie fire, wouldn't burn. However, there was a downside. The roof shed dirt into the food and bedding in addition to the occasional snake. When it rained, it would drip muddy water, forcing wives to hold an umbrella in one hand while cooking with the other. But these sodbusters rarely complained. It truly took a special person to settle the West. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Thanks very much, Dakota Lipsay. Now let's get started with our call-around portion of our news. And we're going to the phone now, and Deputy Lancaster is on the phone, reporting from the Sheriff's Department this morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Good, sir. How about you?
Doing great, thanks. Tell us what's been going on over the weekend.
Well, in the last 48 hours, we've had 227 calls for service, 13 arrests, and we currently have 203 in the jail. As far as reports go, we have a Thomas Ray Davis from Rice School Road area reporting 2 headlights taken from a truck. We have Hertha Sabina Poirier reporting simple assault, larceny after breaking and entering, and larceny of a dog, reporting that a pit bull named Raho was taken, Bluetooth speakers, and several different types of pills and medication. And that was from the Butler Road area. We have Thermal Belt Railway reporting damage to property. They've had somebody vandalize one of their locomotives that was parked up in the northern end of the county. And then we have a financial card fraud reported by Sarah Jane Troutman of Baber Road area. She's reporting $262 in money or cash being taken out of her banking account. And then we have a felony breaking and entering damaged personal property reported by Candy Rose McKelvey, Hedgeland Drive area. Reported somebody breaking into her house, damaging the hallway and 3-bedroom doors and busted window. As far as arrests go, we have Jermaine Sherrod Lytle arrested failure to comply. He has a $626 bond. We have a Maggie Jean Taylor arrested failure to appear on failure to appear on a felony. Got a $20,000 secured bond. Michael Anthony Morgan was arrested for escape from local jail, misdemeanor larceny, injury to personal property, 2 counts. He has a $37,000 bond. Curtis O'Neill Logan was arrested for habitual felon, $15,000 unsecured bond. And that's all I've got.
David Lancaster, thank you for that report. Thank you for being there to give us that information, and you be safe out there today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
See you now. Bye-bye. Sheriff's reporting in this morning. 911 communication is next.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Now, Scott is up next with the 911 report. Scott, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on the report?
Okay, in the past 48 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communication Center has processed 1,035 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 93 for EMS, 27 for rescue, 227 for the Sheriff's Office, 142 for Forest City Police, 16 for Lake Lore, 72 for Rutherfordton, and 67 for Spindale. And for fire calls, Bostick responded to a motor vehicle accident, Cliffside responded to a motor vehicle accident and a structure fire, Cherry Mountain responded to a motor vehicle accident, Ellenboro responded to a motor vehicle accident, a vehicle fire, and a field fire. Forest City responded to a vehicle fire. The Hudlow Fire Department responded to a motor vehicle accident. Rutherfordton responded to a motor vehicle accident. SDO responded to a motor vehicle accident. And Spindale responded to 2 motor vehicle accidents. That's all we've got for today.
Thanks for the report. Have a good day over there.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Well, sitting over in the Park Lane Plaza is a restaurant that I recommend quite often. It's called Gregory's Original. Maybe you ever know about this. You've been there many times. Others of you have never been. So I want to encourage you to try it one time and see what you think about the fresh food that's always served from the kitchen. And for the great service that's always given to you by the ladies that work in there, make you feel welcome when you get there. Find you a good place, get your drink order, take your order, and it'll be there in no time. It'll be fresh and piping hot. Gregory's Original, one of the best places to eat in Rutherford County by far. You can enjoy fresh and delicious subs, grinders, burgers, pastas, garden fresh salads, steaks prepared to your perfection. Why don't you try Gregory's, maybe for lunch today or dinner tonight? If you want to take out, you can call 287-2171, 287-2171. Go to the shopping center, Park Lane Plaza. You'll find them right there, and go and have a meal. And Ruby Taylor is up next with our report from Danieltown SDO Fire District. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
What's on your report today?
Well, the fire department had one call, and that was to a vehicle accident. And on my birthday calendar, I've got Marvin Green and Paulette Vest having birthdays, and Mr. and Ms. Ronnie Aldridge have an anniversary, and hope all these people have a nice day, and the signs are in the head today and going to the neck tomorrow, and that's all I've got.
Thanks, Ruby. Have a good Monday.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's the Danieltown SDO report this morning. See if we get all my button clicked off here so Todd can get the next call. 7:25. Birthday wishes go out today to Mark Crow, and congratulations. He's now the newest member of the WCAB Be Kind to Hall of Fame. He's the co-owner of Crow's Funeral Home. Has a birthday coming up tomorrow. We're being kind to him today. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697.
It's a for sure thing. Sisk Family Ford in Forest City is earning a quality reputation for offering an attractive inventory of new and used cars and trucks. If you want a new Ford truck, you'll be a smart shopper to let Sisk Family Ford quote you a deal. From a car for the newlywed to the car for the large family, let the Sisk Family Company help your family get the best deal. Stop by and welcome Terry Date back to Forest City. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Now here's Steve up at Rumley Ball with a report for us today. Steve, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Jim. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great. You had a good weekend, I know.
Oh, it was busy. I can tell you that.
Really?
Boy, yeah, we fire calls and just general issue calls. Just real busy. That's what happens when a lot of folks start coming here.
Yeah.
But I just got reported to me, and I just notified our grounds person on Deerwood Drive. We have a large oak tree down crossing the road. It's not a very well-traveled road, but if you're heading that way or using that as part of your transport, please go another way. It's not, at least it's not one of those one way in, one way out kind of deals. These trees sometimes fall, and without wind, they just fall and just kind of take you by surprise.
Well, we had a lot of rain over the weekend, so
we did. We got. In fact, that leads up to my next comment. Inch and a half of rain.
Wow.
Is what we received here. So that's a good downpour for us, and it was kind of spread out a little bit. So I think we got a lot of good soaking rain, and we're probably got some more on the way.
Yeah.
It looks like. So
it was a good soaking rain. I don't know of any gully washers that we had, but it sure did rain a lot, real heavy last night.
Yes, it did. But we do have a announcement to make here. We have this very popular pancake breakfast that our fire department puts on every year. The Fairfield Mountains Volunteer Fire Department, that is. Here near the security gate at Buffalo Creek Road, just up from our security gate here, across from the chapel. And it's going to be on Sunday morning, and it's May 28th, this Sunday, 8 a.m. to noon. And the cost of the breakfast is what you care to donate to the fire department. So it's very popular every year, and I'm surprised they don't do it more often. There's some good eating, and a lot of the women's auxiliary puts it on, so they're always very entertaining. So you can go in there for breakfast and entertainment. They're good people. That's going to be this Sunday coming up.
Good.
So, but yeah, we're very busy. Like I said, a lot of fire calls and medical calls, and nobody seriously hurt. So
that's a good thing.
We'll run with that.
Well, the fire calls there within the resort area?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's too bad. All right, Steve. Well, we appreciate the information and report, and stay together up there, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, Jim.
Thanks.
See you.
Bye-bye. That's Steve Brumley Ball reporting in this morning there from the gatehouse. Well, I'm happy to report to you today that Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System is now open. Those of you who need those kind of things or know somebody that does, this is good news for you, because part of that good news is that Jerry Benfield is the man to do the work for you. Jerry has over 16 years of experience, and if you want it done right, bring your automobile to Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System. If it has to be done with perfection, then you'll want Jackson Custom. They're in the building across from Staley Pallets, West Main Street, Forest City, just a couple of doors down from Southern Carpet. Let Jerry do it right the first time. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And remember the name, Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System. Again, they're right across the road there from Staley Pallets there, right up a few doors from Southern Carpet. If you need muffler exhaust system work done, that's the place to take it. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Chase High School athlete Bruce Squires has won 2 state titles at the track and field state championships. Squires won the 100-meter and also successfully defended his state title in the 200-meter for the second consecutive year, so we salute Bruce Squires. Well done. Lead on. Now Bob Hodge is up next. He's up in Hudlow, Volunteer Fire District, with our Monday morning report. Bob, good morning. How you doing?
Good, fine. How you this morning?
Doing fine.
Well, after all this rain we had over the weekend, we've had some heavy downpours at times up this way.
Yeah,
we needed it, though.
Get a little soggy bottom, but we're okay.
That's right. We're okay there. Looks like the sun's trying to come out a little bit this morning, so may have a little more sunshine today.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And Jim, up here with the fire department, we had a couple of medical calls, and yesterday evening, a vehicle accident, Whiteside Road, close to the railroad tracks. And then we had another vehicle accident called Pea Ridge Road, Sandy Level Church Road. And then last night we had another vehicle accident called Pea Ridge Road and Whiteside Road. And that's about it so far with the fire department. And let's say happy birthday to Paul Vickers this morning. And Jim, that's about it up here, and maybe we'll have a good day, and the sun will come out a little bit today.
I'd love to see it. Bob, I appreciate the report and appreciate you being with us on the radio each day, and you have a great day up there.
Well, you too, Jim. You take care.
Thanks, Al. Bye-bye.
All right.
This reminder, the Rutherford County landfill and all the convenience centers will be closed next Monday, which will be Memorial Day, so they'll be closing all day to get your trash and the garbage over there on Saturday. And because they'll be closed on Monday. Well, Southern Carpet is looking out for you, and they know if you've got a lot of kids that run in and out of the house or dogs that track in mud, Southern Carpet knows how to handle those kind of things. That's why they carry Tarkett flooring. They carry floors that stand up to the day-to-day rituals. They carry floors that stand up to a lot of traffic. Floors like Tarkett flooring, and they last and last and last and last. And the beauty of them last and last and last. And they have the widest range of flooring products that are both beautiful and resilient at Southern Carpet. Why don't you check it out? You'll find a perfect floor to fit your home and your budget. So hurry and take advantage of these great deals right now and ask all the questions you want to ask about this Tarkett flooring. You'll be so impressed with it as others have. Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street, Forest City. And visit them on the web at southerncarpet.net. Here is Sue Price now over in the Cherry Mountain Fire District with our Monday morning report. Sue, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Jim. I'm doing good. Hope you are.
I'm indeed.
Oh, good. Well, I'm starting out at 60 degrees this morning, so it's going to be another warm day, but that's okay. And we had lots of rain over the weekend. I don't have a rain gauge, but it rained a lot. And
you don't have a rain gauge, but you know it rained bunches, didn't you? Oh, rain bunches.
Yes. We went up to Asheville yesterday for a baptism for a little baby, and It rained and rained, but that was all right. Everything was good. Let's see, I got one birthday on my church calendar today for Rhett Gregory, so I hope he'll have a good day. And nothing on my personal calendar. Fairview's got a birthday for Douglas Van Dyke. And First Broad doesn't, they have Caden Sibley, so I hope all those folks will have a good day today. You said you talked to Luther. How is he doing?
Luther is improving. He's still in the hospital there in Spartanburg at the that special center disease control or something like that. And he called in this morning and said he was seeing signs of improvement. They're doing a lot of things to him. I don't know what all they're doing. He just tried to describe it, but he says he's now beginning to see some improvement, and he hopes to be out of there in a few days.
Oh, good.
He sounded a lot better. He sounded much more enthusiastic about it, so he must be feeling good about it.
He's really had a time.
Boy, he has. He's been there a long time.
I know. Well, we never know. Let's see. In my announcement, Fairview Baptist Church is having their spring revival, and that'll be Monday through Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and they'll be having a meal from 5:45 to 6:45. So come on up and enjoy a good preaching service. Their preacher is an evangelist, June Rodrigo. He's from the Philippines. Concord Baptist Church will be having a singing. That'll be Thursday night, May 25th at 7 p.m. The Chuck Wagon Gang and Lando Skyboys. So very good singing coming up over there. And you go early at 5 o'clock. They'll be having a hot dog supper featuring all the trimmings and homemade desserts. And it's only $6. Carryouts are available. So come on out to Concord and enjoy that. And so far, I believe that's the only announcements I have, Jim. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
So thank you very much. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye.
37 minutes now past 7 o'clock here on the Monday Morning Report at WCAB. Most comprehensive news coverage in the foothills.
Mr. and Mrs. Business Owners, get your better return from your marketing dollars with the Sales and Advertising Department at WCAB. Get triple coverage from AM 590, Northland Cable Channel 5, and the World Wide Web. It works. Call Tracy or Jim, 287-3356.
Dr. Josh Edgerton is the newest addition to Rutherford Surgical Associates. Dr. Edgerton is highly trained in performing laparoscopies, endoscopies, reflux surgeries, vein closure, and other surgeries. Rutherford Surgical Associates is located at 330 Highway 108, just around the corner from Rutherford Regional Medical Center. For more information about Rutherford Surgical Associates and Dr. Edgerton, call 828-286-1743 or visit myrutherfordregional.com/general surgery.
Now it's 21 before 8 o'clock. We're heading upstate Union Mills to get the Kelly Report this morning from Brenda. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning on this marvelous Monday morning.
Well, it's a beautiful morning, isn't it?
It is. The sun's coming up.
I see it out there. I'm glad to see it.
Yes.
We haven't seen that in a few days, have we?
I know it, boy. It rained. Didn't it rain, brother? Didn't it rain?
Did it rain? Didn't rain.
But we needed it.
It was a good soaking, I guess.
Yeah. I was glad to hear from Luther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be able to get some information from him.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad he's improving. Boy, he has it ever since back in first part of January, wasn't it? He's just been in and out of. Yeah.
I'm not sure they've ever really found out what caused his problem with all that in his arm there, but perhaps they're get it healed and get it well, and he'll be back out of here pretty soon.
Well, good.
He's anxious to get out of that place.
Oh, I can imagine. But we hope everybody's having a good day today. I've got 56 degrees on the front porch. We've had 2 2/10 of an inch of rain over the weekend. Birthdays today, we've got Chastity Calhoun, Christopher Ford, Shaylin Stevenson, Marie Cole, Leroy Leach, and Paul Vickers. I don't have anything on Round Hill on Macedonia. It's P.J. Jarman's birthday, so we hope all these people have a great old big day on their special day. And then ways of announcement. Westminster Baptist Church will be having homecoming. That's this Sunday, the 28th. At the 11 o'clock worship service, the singers will be indebted, and dinner on the ground, and everyone's welcome. Then we got the Gospelers in concert. Macedonia Baptist Church, May the 28th. This is our homecoming, 10 a.m. And the offering that Sunday that we take up goes for the upkeep of the cemetery. And I don't think I have anything else so far that I know of to report. So that's all my announcements.
Well, your garden didn't get washed away during that rain, did it?
No, but my garden's looking pretty. My little old grandson, I say little, he's a grown man, but to me he's still little. and he'll come in off of that road, and he gets that tiller, and he gets out there, and he plows through the middles, and he puts Milk-A-Grow on it, and all this stuff, so that it's looking good. I've got tomatoes blooming.
He's looking forward to that fresh vegetable dinner you're going to fix for him.
Oh yeah. He likes it. Yeah. And they come out yesterday and worked on my phone, but they didn't get it fixed. He said, "Now if this don't fix it, call me." And so I called him. Of course, all you get is a recording. You have to leave a message. So
push 2 or 3 buttons and get a recording.
Yeah. So you don't get to talk to nobody anymore.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It is. But on WCAB, you get to talk to the people in person, don't you?
Most of the time. That's right.
That's right.
Occasionally it goes to our voicemail, but when we're here, we answer it as promptly as we can.
That's right.
Try to be as courteous as we can.
And that's a good thing, and we appreciate it.
Occasionally we get a caller who's a little smart alecky, but we try our best to be gentlemen and ladies over here.
Try to look over it.
That's right.
Say, bless them, Lord.
Bless them, Lord. Lord bless them. They don't know what they're doing.
I see it. Oh,
we just put a radar where the phone call's coming from. We know where they live. See, when we send the snakes and the vipers out after them.
Ooh. Well, if you need any snakes, you can come up here and catch some of these I've got and take to them.
Oh goodness.
But that's all the news I have this morning that I know of. Everything's going along okay so far on this Monday.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of it.
You have a good one. We'll catch you later.
Thanks, Brenda.
Okay.
That's the Cali Report from Upstate Unionville, 742. Well, one thing about the Miracle-Ear product, it's American-made. I like that, don't you? So many things we pick up, we look at made in Vietnam or made in Japan or made in somewhere else, but the Miracle-Ear is made, it's an American-made product. And Lisa Terry over here in the Forest City office and the Shelby office is helping a lot of our friends with their hearing. And if you're noticing symptoms from someone you love, maybe it's time to turn to Miracle-Ear. Lisa is a licensed hearing instrument specialist. She loves her patients, and the patients love her. She's done a lot of good things for a lot of folks. If you have questions without any obligation at all, call 447-7716 and set up an appointment for that free hearing test. Doesn't cost anything. There's no obligation. They're not going to press you into anything, but just sort of give you a feel of what you need to do, what you might want to do in terms of that hearing loss. Maybe only one ear, maybe 2 ears, may just be wax impacted. Who knows what it could be, but if it's something that needs to be dealt with a hearing instrument, Miracle-Ear is the one we recommend. 447-7716. Remember, a hearing loss is more noticeable than a hearing instrument. Call Lisa Terry today at Miracle-Ear. Find out more.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for City.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for City. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
Well, here's a man who's got his eye on 221 South in Cliffside. His name's Herman Jones. Herman, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jim.
Mr. Jim.
Yes, sir.
So I see you're respecting your elders now.
Oh, hey, it's a beautiful morning, though, isn't it?
It sure is. Sure is.
What is that song y'all sing? This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad within it.
Try to do that every day.
Yes, sir. Even though people are always an old rainy day, we got to have the rain to make the grass and the trees and everything else grow. Put water in the ground for drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't rain, we'd be in bad shape.
Boy, we would. So what's been going on with you?
Same old thing, just jogging along. Got Michael Jones, Lucille Bradley, and Laura Brooks having birthdays today. Hope these folks have a good day. And Jim, just everything else is going along with the Coyotes.
All righty. Well, you keep things straight there and keep your eye on things for us, and we'll check in with you from time to time. You have a great day.
All right. Appreciate it, Jim.
Thanks, Herman. That's Herman Jones reporting in from Cliffside, and that leaves us time for a birthday party on this 22nd of May. Birthdays and anniversaries are being received now. We've cleared the phone lines for you. 287-3356. Todd standing by to take your call. And all those that are called in to us are eligible to be in the drawing for the cake given away by our good friends over at Granny B's. Call your birthday in to us now at 287-3356.
Hot temperatures on the highway can be brutal on your automobile. RS Speedy Lube is there to help keep your automobile running clean. Keep the oil changed regularly. They'll check the fluids and vacuum the car. Next door, get the service you need on brakes, radiator, exhaust, CV joints, and radiator flush. RS Service Center also includes service on big trucks and campers. For the best car wash, it's the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash. RS Speedy Lube Service Center is a complete service center inside, outside, and down under Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
There are going to be a lot of people coming into our area in the next 12 months for the World Games at the Equestrian Center. It's a worldwide thing, and it's going to be held right here in our foothills. And they're going to be discovering, many of them will be discovering Washburn General Store. They'll recognize the historical significance of that. They'll recognize that Washburn General Store continues to serve the community after over 186 years. And they're going to love it when they get here. They're going to find Washburn Store, and they're going to do some shopping. I want you to discover it, too. If you've not yet been there, those of you who've lived here a long time and not yet been to Washburn Store, discover it for the first time. If it's been a long time since you were over there, discover it again for the second or third time. Washburn General Store, the oldest continuously family-owned and operated retail store in North Carolina, located right here between Bostic and Sunshine on the Bostic-Sunshine Highway. Items sold in the store are locally sourced as possible. Honeys, molasses, jams, and jellies are purchased from the Western North Carolina Farmers Market. Africans made in the region are also available. The overalls they sell by the tons. They sell a bunch of them, and they're made in the good old U.S. of A. So go by and see Washburn General Store and discover it again for the first time between Bostic and Sunshine on the Bostic-Sunshine Highway.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
If you have a graduation get-together coming up or maybe a wedding reception coming up, talk to Granny B's about those pedophores or maybe a cake she can prepare especially for you. 286-9012, 286-9012. Those pedophores will be a hit regardless of what the occasion. Granny B's. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Mark Crow. He's the co-owner of Crow's Funeral Home. His birthday's tomorrow, but we're honoring him today. He's our Be Kind To recipient today. We wish him a happy. Also celebrating today is Steve Mode and Ray Mode. They're brothers. Steve's 75, Ray's 77. So happy birthday to the Mode brothers. Chastity Calhoun of Green Hill also is celebrating a birthday. Others folks include Christopher Ford, Shaylin Stevenson, Marie Cole, Leroy Leach, and Paul Vickers. So all these folks, we say happy birthday. And we'll find out who's going to win that cake in just a moment.
In verses 1 to 3 of the 23rd Psalm, the psalmist refers to the Good Shepherd as He. Then a change takes place in verse 4. It is now much more personal. He is far more intimate in his relationship than he was previously. It is now, you are with me, rather than He is with me. He is not talking to someone else, but rather talking directly to God. But we also find that the psalmist has entered into a different set of circumstances. He is now going through a time of testing and difficulty that require the shepherd's presence even more. Philip Keller in his book A Shepherd Looks at Psalm 23 says, "During my wife's illness and after her death, I could not get over the strength, the solace, and serene outlook imparted to me virtually hour after hour by the presence of God's gracious Spirit Himself. It was as if I was being repeatedly refreshed and restored despite the most desperate circumstances all around me. Unless one has actually gone through such an experience, it may seem difficult to believe. In fact, there are those who claim they could not face such a situation. But for the man or the woman who walks with God through these valleys, such real and actual refreshment is available." This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for today's Key to Confident Living are now available in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
We also want to wish Paulette Vess a happy birthday this morning also. And congratulations going out to Chastity Calhoun of Green Hill. Chastity was a lucky person to win the cake this morning. From the lucky draw, we'll have a certificate right here for Chastity to stop by and pick up and take over to Granny B's and enjoy. Now hang around, the third hour's coming up, and we'll tell you where some jobs are. There's a job market report with Terry Thomas. We'll update you again on the homicide over in Forest City and the bridge being out there in Spindale. All of the news coming up, plus more, right here on the most information for the foothills, WCAB.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. President Donald Trump in Jerusalem today with President Reuven Rivlin seemed hopeful about peace in the Middle East. Mr. Trump said people have had enough and things are starting to change.
Every challenge creates opportunities.
It's a challenge and it's an opportunity. But you have a great opportunity right now. There's a great feeling for peace throughout the Middle East. I think people have just had enough. They've had enough of the bloodshed and the killing. And I think you're going to see things starting to happen.
Meanwhile, here at home, budget cuts the president wants are facing opposition from key Republicans. Over to CBS's Vicki Barker.
Cuts to farm subsidies and federal employee pensions, cutting off Medicaid to some 10 million Americans over the next decade. Cuts to food stamps that will push millions out of that safety net. Mr. Trump's blueprint for the 2018 budget isn't out till tomorrow, but it's already clear he's defying those Senate Republicans who warned him in particular not to dial back the Obama-era expansion of Medicaid. Not clear how they'll greet the $2 billion allocated to Mr. Trump's border wall project. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
Authorities are investigating the deaths of two people found shot at a home in Forest City. Police say they were called to a home just after 11 p.m. on Friday. There they found one man dead from a gunshot wound. A woman at the home was taken to the hospital where she later died. The perpetrator is still on the loose. Some farmers across the state are already thinking about how to best prepare for the upcoming hurricane season. Recently, North Carolina Agriculture Commissioner Steve Troxler made his annual plea to farmers to get ready for any potential storms. Robbie Cox is a farmer in Wayne County and tells Spectrum News his farm received a lot of damage from Hurricane Matthew.
It was sort of rough. We got about 16 inches of rain out there through where we were, and it took off a couple of rooftops and overflowed some ponds.
You're listening to NCN News.
There may be a new job awaiting you on ncjobsnow.com. Today's openings include openings in nursing, HVAC service, retail management, automotive technicians, plumbing mechanics, painters, truck drivers, church youth directors, construction workers, and many other categories. Go online now. Check out the many job opportunities from all across North Carolina. It's ncjobsnow.com, North Carolina's one-stop, one-site location for jobs.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things. It means showing respect for the opposing team and being a good host to our visitors. It's about modeling good behavior, not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment. Sportsmanship. It's about winning with humility and losing with dignity. It's about making high school athletics a good memory students can enjoy for years to come. Mom, Dad, Coach, Mr. Official. Are we in this together? Sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
A message from the North Carolina High School Athletics Association and North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance.
The average price of a gallon of regular grade gasoline has slipped over the past 2 weeks, but just half a cent.
The latest Lundberg survey shows the average price of gasoline nearly flat, with the national average at just $2.40 a gallon. Industry analyst Trilby Lundberg says don't count on further drops.
Behind the lack of change in the retail price, crude oil prices are up, so there might be a bump at the pump.
Lundberg says seasonal factors such as longer days for driving and the switch to more expensive summer blends have already factored into pump prices, but a pair of factors are pushing oil prices higher.
Anticipation in the oil futures markets that the OPEC curtailments of production might end up lasting through next March. The other is that the U.S. dollar has weakened versus other currencies.
There was an 8% increase in motorcycle crashes in 2015, according to the National Highway Safety Administration. May marks National Hurricane Safety Awareness Month. AAA Carolina's spokesperson, Tiffany Wright.
Motorcyclists, we know that in 2015 that they were 20 times more likely than a passenger car occupant to die in a crash per vehicle mile traveled, and 5 more times more likely to be injured.
How does the other guy on the infamous Donald Trump tape on the Access Hollywood bus feel?
Ever remember getting in trouble at school for laughing at something that someone else said? Well, that's how Billy Bush says he's been feeling. Not only did he end up losing his high-profile gig at NBC's Today Show, the person who made the comment, Donald Trump, is now the president. Bush talks about his feelings in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. He says the past several months have been a roller coaster for him. One of the low points of that roller coaster, Bush says his 15-year-old daughter asked why he was laughing when Trump boasted about groping women. He told her he didn't have a good answer for that. I'm Oscar Wells Gabriel.
Mike Rayleigh.
24 hours, 7 days a week. You can pick up your favorite programs on AM 59 and on Northland Cable Channel 5.
From ABC News, I'm Karen Travers with the president in Jerusalem. Moments after arriving in Tel Aviv, President Trump assuring Israel's leaders that the United States, under his leadership, stands with them.
I have come to this sacred and ancient land to reaffirm the unbreakable bond between the United States and the State of Israel.
The president said he now sees a rare opportunity to bring security, stability, and peace to this region, an ambitious goal that has eluded his predecessors. I'm Karen Travers, ABC News in Jerusalem. Now with more news, here's Brad Milkey.
And right now, the president speaking alongside Israel's president in Jerusalem. There's been some tension surrounding this visit, especially after the revelations that President Trump divulged Israeli intelligence to Russian officials. ABC's global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz reports.
You may see these magnificent ceremonies and this unshakable bond in public, but there is a whole lot going on in the Israeli intelligence community behind the scenes. It's hard to imagine that President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu will spend any time talking about it. It will be done in the intelligence communities, the security communities, but make no mistake, this was a major issue and infuriated Israeli intelligence.
Here at home last night in Uniondale, New York. It was the final performance for Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus after 146 years on the road. A seemingly random stabbing at the University of Maryland this weekend is now being investigated as a hate crime, and the estate of playwright Edward Albee has halted the production of his famous play Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf because it has a black actor in it. The estate says the character's scenes only make sense with a white actor. The decision has reignited debates over artistic license and non-traditional casting. You're listening to ABC News.
This is a special announcement for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state. Pay attention. There's a special toll-free hotline set up especially for you. This hotline will give you free information on how you can legally reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call the taxpayer hotline today at 1-800-442-4840. Grab a pen or put the number in your cell phone. 1-800-442-4840. You'll speak with qualified professionals who will tell you how to stop the collection calls, IRS letters, bank levies, and wage garnishments. And they'll deal directly with the IRS on your behalf so you don't have to. Even if you haven't filed returns or are already in a payment plan, you can still get relief. New IRS settlement policies have opened the doors for a fresh start. But hurry, this won't last forever, and your tax problem will only get worse if you do nothing or try to handle it yourself. It makes a big difference in who you call. So call the taxpayer hotline today for free information. 1-800-442-4840. 1-800-442-4840.
Jury selection begins today in Pennsylvania for Bill Cosby's sexual assault trial. The court is taking special precautions in seating jurors because of publicity surrounding the case.
Jurors for Bill Cosby's sexual assault trial are being chosen in Pittsburgh, 300 miles from where the trial is going to be held. Once it starts next month, they'll hear from Andrea Constant, who said Cosby assaulted her after plying her with drugs. They'll also hear from another woman who claims she had a similar experience. The defense is ready to cast Constant as a liar who returned to Cosby's house after the alleged sexual attack. Cosby is not expected to testify.
That's ABC's Aaron Katursky. Before it's even completed, Donald Trump's first overseas trip as president might already be having an economic impact stateside. ABC's Jim Ryan says a major agreement has been reached between Saudi Arabia and U.S. plane builder Boeing.
Donald Trump's roller coaster relationship with Boeing began early on when Trump saw the price tag for the next Air Force One.
I'm not paying $4 billion for an airplane.
But at an unveiling of the company's 787 Dreamliner,
that is one beautiful airplane.
And during his current foreign trip, Trump announced
hundreds of billions of dollars of investments into the United States in jobs.
Up to $350 billion. A major beneficiary of the deal, the Boeing Company. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
This is ABC News.
Comfort is something we all want to feel. No one knows this better than Serta, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. This Memorial Day, discover Serta's all-new mattress collections. Experience our latest iComfort sleep system and get a free box spring or save up to $800 on an adjustable set. Or find the right perfect sleeper mattress from as low as $399 while supplies last. Offers good at participating retailers. Find a local retailer at sertaretailers.com. Experience Serta Comfort today at America's Mattress and Slumber Kids in Hickory.
We'll see mostly cloudy to partly sunny skies around the area today with warm temperatures along with some scattered showers or thunderstorms. Highs will reach about 78 to 83. Tonight, mainly cloudy with an increasing chance of showers and a few storms. Lows overnight dropping into the low to mid-60s. Then on Tuesday, we'll see lots of clouds. We'll have a good chance of rain tomorrow and some heavy rain showers, maybe thunder in spots. Should run cooler. Highs tomorrow will range in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Mike Moss, thank you very much for that report. It is trying to be sunny out here, a little overcast right now out front of our studios, but 61 degrees, warming up to about 79 for the daytime high. Then rain in the forecast all the rest of the week through Thursday night. Then by Friday, mostly sunny, highs around 77. And Saturday, mostly sunny, highs around 82. Beautiful weekend shaping up, and we'll have some light wind today with only a 40% chance of any precipitation throughout the day today. And again, right now, 61 degrees. Congratulations to Chastity Calhoun of Green Hill. She won the cake this morning from Grandy B's. And we're being kind to Mark Crow, co-owner of Crow's Funeral Home in Spindale, lives up in Union Mills, and he has a birthday coming up tomorrow. Well, it's Monday morning, and we always like to touch bases with Terry Thomas about job opportunities around the county. I know there are a lot of folks looking for workers, so let's see if we can find somebody to go to work. Terry Thomas, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
Good. Tell us where we can go to work.
Okay. In the Forest City area, we have a business office coordinator. This is for a nursing facility. This job does require an associate's degree and at least 1 year experience. The pay on this job depends upon experience. We also have a security operations center manager for the Forest City area. This job does require a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years experience. And the pay on this job depends upon experience also. We have a manufacturing supervisor position for the Forest City area. This job does require a bachelor's degree and at least 1 year experience, and the pay on this job depends upon experience. In the Rutherfordton area, we have a sprinkler installer position. This job does require at least 3 months experience and a driver's license. The pay on this job ranges from $10 an hour up to $12 an hour, depending upon experience. We have a rubber spreading operator position in the Rutherfordton area. It does require a high school diploma and or GED and at least 6 months of manufacturing experience, and the pay depends upon experience. We also have a quality inspection and biasing position. This job does require a high school diploma and or GED and 6 months of manufacturing experience. We also have a vulcanizing operator for the Rutherfordton area. This job does require 6 months of manufacturing experience and a high school diploma and or GED, and the pay depends upon experience. And also in the Rutherfordton area, we have a urethane operator, and there again, this job does require 6 months of manufacturing experience, and the pay depends upon experience. In the Lake Lure area, we have a cosmetologist. This job does require a vocational certification from a community college and at least 6 months experience, and the pay depends upon experience. We do have various certified nursing assistance positions throughout the county and registered nursing positions, and the pay varies depending upon the job and the location. And Everest Textiles is still in the process of hiring textile positions and supervisory positions. These jobs range from anywhere from $11 an hour up to $17 an hour, or $33,000 to $45,000 a year, depending upon experience. And these are just a few of the jobs that we have available at the Rutherford County NC Works Career Center. We are located at 223 Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton. For more information on these or other positions, you can call us at 286-3042, or you can go on our website at www.ncworks.gov.
Terry Thomas, thank you very much for that report. We look forward to talking. Will you be closed next Monday?
We will be closed next Monday.
Okay, good. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Terry Thomas reporting in this morning, and with job opportunities, they're there, folks. Go get them. Get her done. 10 minutes after 8 o'clock right now on the morning wake-up call, hour number 3. My name's Bishop. Jim Bishop. A lot of news to pack in this hour. Let's get going. We got to report on the double homicide that took place in Forest City. Lou has that report for us. That double homicide. 2 people were shot and killed Friday night, according to the Forest City Police. And Lou Gillum reports in on that, and also the bridge over in Spindale that is impassable this morning. Lou?
AM 59 WCAB, I'm Lou Gillum with an update on the double homicide that occurred on Friday evening. Forest City Police continue to investigate a double homicide that occurred on Friday. A little after 11 p.m., police were called to a residence after someone discovered 2 children who had fled the home. Upon arriving at 306 Arlington Street, police found 2 victims of apparent gunshot wounds. Police say the victims are believed to be Akir Samad Hooper, 34, and Stephanie Lynn Walker, 37, both of the residents. Mr. Hooper, reports say, was deceased at the scene, and Miss Walker later died at the hospital. The reports tell us also that the children were unharmed. Now, there is no additional information on the suspect known. However, reports from the Forest City Police Department say that detectives are actively investigating this incident as a homicide and are interviewing potential witnesses. The Forest City Police Department is urging anyone with any information to please call 828-286-9111. Reports also say that autopsies in the double homicide are scheduled for sometime today, and a suspect is still at large. In an unrelated incident in Spindale, the Oakland Road Bridge in Spindale crossing over Highway 74 bypass is closed. This due to an incident that occurred on Saturday where the bridge was struck by a transfer truck hauling heavy equipment. The eastbound side of the bridge has been compromised and will be closed until the North Carolina Department of Transportation determines that the bridge is safe or makes necessary repairs. The North Carolina Department of Transportation has placed traffic barriers and signs indicating alternate traffic routes. And I spoke with Jamie Guillermo, fire chief in Spindale, earlier. Jamie says that both off-ramps are open. You can use the off-ramps and traffic is able to go under the bridge. However, you will not be able to cross the Oakland Road Bridge. So if you need to get to either side of the Oakland Road Bridge sometime this morning, you need to make arrangements to leave a little earlier. There are detour signs to help you get around that area. For WCAB News, I'm Lou Gillum.
Thanks very much, Lou, for that report. It's 13 now past 8 o'clock. Other news being reported this morning from the Daily Courier. The trial venue is still not decided. The issue of trial venue in the state of North Carolina's case against Brooke Covington still isn't settled. Pretrial motions in the case against Covington. The first 5 Word of Faith Fellowship members charged with some assault is now still undecided. Judge Gary Gavinis was to hear defense motions for a change of venue and a bill of particulars, and the state's motion for discovery that is still ongoing. Congratulations to RS Central High School English teacher Julie Pittman. She was named the Rutherford County Schools Teacher of the Year on Friday morning. Dozens of educators gathered at Forest City Dunbar Elementary School for the annual awards ceremony. Teacher of the Year award winners date back to the early 90s, where the award was first initiated. Rutherford County Superintendent Dr. Janet Mason presented Pittman with the award. Pittman praised her colleagues, recognizing their contributions to education, and she was awarded Teacher of the Year. We congratulate, again, Julie Pittman. 169 students from Chase, East Rutherford, and RS Central schools received Reach for One's Potential for Excellence Rope Awards Saturday evening during the annual awards banquet. The scholarships are given by Robert McNair and his wife, Janice McNair. An 83-year-old woman fell to her death from an overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Pisgah National Forest Friday morning. Multiple media outlets have reported the story. The woman fell 150 feet from the East Fork Overlook about 40 miles southwest of Asheville in Haywood County, according to the Asheville Citizen-Times. Her companion called 911. Park officials identified her later Friday as Nancy Ann Martin of Richmond, Virginia. Crews recovered her body at 1 p.m. Unfortunately for her, just probably got too close to the edge overlooking and lost her step and fell to her death there at the Blue Ridge Parkway. Polk County has a new Veteran Services officer who was hired recently and will become a full-time employee beginning July 1st. The Polk County Board of Commissioners met Monday and were introduced to Gina Cashin. Commissioners had been in discussion since the retirement of former Veteran Services Officer Darrell Moore about hiring someone to replace him as soon as possible, as well as the option of making the position full-time instead of part-time. Cashin will work from now until July as part-time, but plans are for her to go to full-time beginning in the county's new fiscal year. The county has not yet approved the new budget with the full-time position, but will do so prior to June 30th. Over in Southern Pines, a person was found dead inside a vehicle in a pond along a North Carolina golf course on Sunday. Southern Pines police said they received the report just before 10:45 a.m. Sunday at Longleaf Golf Course and Family Club. Some of you may have played golf there. Officials say they pulled the body out of the water and deployed a dive team to make sure no one else was inside the car. Captain Charles Campbell with the Southern Pines Police said a resident of the Longleaf Golf and Family Golf Club community spotted the body floating in the pond and called authorities. Authorities say they think the car, which was partially submerged, went into the water overnight and no one saw it until daylight. A CBS North Carolina photographer said there is no road near the pond, which is between two fairways. Campbell said it appears the incident was just a motor vehicle accident. No foul play was involved, but they will continue to investigate. The name of the person found inside has not yet been released. We'll have that sheriff's report with Deputy Lancaster coming up here in just a moment.
I know what I want from my energy company. I want to know that my power is always on and that my energy is cleaner, safer, and affordable. That's why as a Duke Energy lineman, I'm working hard to make that possible. I feel honored to serve our community. It's a good feeling knowing that I'm helping to build a smarter, reliable energy future for all of us, for my family and for yours.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
If you suffer from foot or ankle pain, you should know there's advanced care available to you right here in Rutherford County. Dr. Jason Glover of Rutherford Orthopedics is the only fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon in our region. Now, what does that mean for you? It means a greater level of expertise that comes through advanced studies and research. You have options when it comes to foot and ankle care. So, learn more. Visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/orthopedics.
Hi, this is Tracy with the pharmacy at Smith's Drugs of Forest City. It is not too late to get your flu shot. We still have vaccines available at no cost with most insurances. Come see us today at Smith's Drugs of Forest City and get your flu vaccine.
Well, the Braves had a pretty good weekend. The Atlanta Braves with the Nationals. On Friday, they beat the Nationals 7-4. Came back and won again on Saturday 5-2, but lost yesterday to the Nationals 3-2. Now the Braves will take on the Pirates 6:20 this evening for beginning of the pregame, and we'll join that pregame following News 13 at 6. They have looks like a 4-game series with the Pirates coming up, and we'll see if they continue to have some winning games on the docket. Here is Deputy Lancaster now with the report from the Sheriff's Department.
Well, in the last 48 hours, we've had 227 calls for service, 13 arrests, and we currently have 203 in the jail. As far as reports go, we have a Thomas Ray Davis from Rice School Road area reporting 2 headlights taken from a truck. We have Hertha Sabina Poirier reporting simple assault, larceny after breaking and entering, and larceny of a dog, reporting that a pit bull named Raho was taken. Bluetooth speakers, and several different types of pills and medication. And that was from the Butler Road area. We have Thermal Belt Railway reporting damage to property. They've had somebody vandalize one of their locomotives that was parked up in the northern end of the county. And then we have a financial card fraud reported by Sarah Jane Troutman of Baber Road area. She's reporting $262 in money or cash being taken out of her banking account. And then we have a felony breaking and entering damaged personal property reported by Candy Rose McKelvey, Hedgeland Drive area. Reported somebody breaking into her house, damaging the hallway and 3-bedroom doors and busted window. As far as arrests go, we have Jermaine Sherrod Lytle arrested failure to comply. He has a $626 bond. We have a Maggie Jean Taylor arrested failure to appear on failure to appear on a felony. Got a $20,000 secured bond. Michael Anthony Morgan was arrested for escape from local jail, misdemeanor larceny, injury to personal property, 2 counts. He has a $37,000 bond. Curtis O'Neill Logan was arrested for habitual felon, $15,000 unsecured bond. And that's all I've got.
No silly giggling, no vulgar jokes, always family-friendly programming. From AM 590, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
21 past the hour of 8 o'clock. We'll have an update on some sports coming up here in just a few moments. You know, we talk a lot about so much anger pollution out there and why that is. Nobody's really explained to me why everybody is so angry. Not everybody, but a lot of people are angry. Here's a story out of Minneapolis. Employees at a fast food restaurant in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, say a woman sprayed them with mace during a dispute over French fries. According to the criminal complaint, police went to Wendy's Thursday afternoon after receiving a call about a disturbance. When police arrived, employees told them 25-year-old Iramam Chanel Amir Dixon came through the drive-thru, ordered food, and asked that her French fries be fresh. During an ensuing argument, the employee says Dixon reached through the window. An employee then threw a soda at her. Dixon then grabbed mace from her car and sprayed it through the drive-thru window. The manager of the restaurant was hit directly in the face, and another employee was also hit. Dixon faces one charge of use of tear gas to immobilize. French fries they make them pretty fresh as they go, don't they? Generally, fast food restaurants service is so fast they don't keep them laying around. I don't know why this happened here. But here's good news for Clint Eastwood fans. Hollywood screen legend Clint Eastwood said Sunday that he isn't ruling out a return to acting at the age of 86. The actor-turned-director told an audience at the Cannes Film Festival that he occasionally missed performing, adding, "I did a lot of it for a long time. I'll visit again someday." Eastwood, who made his name in westerns in the 1960s, has focused in recent years on directing movies including American Sniper and Sully. The Oscar winner, who backed Donald Trump in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, notably steered clear of politics at a packed masterclass at the film festival in southern France. But he did well against political correctness, telling the crowd, "We're killing ourselves by doing that. We've lost our sense of humor." Clint Eastwood, go ahead. Make my day. I like old Clint Eastwood. He's a good one. He's a good one. You know, a lot of actors, like with kind of legend he brings, they lose their heads in the process of being a movie star, and they just can't come to grips with earthly people like you and me. But Clint Eastwood seemed to be one of those that keeps a handle on things. He understands what real life is all about, and he's not up on some kind of pedestal. Brad Marion of Carmel, California, I believe it's Carmel, and was elected mayor, and he seems to be down-to-earth kind of guy. And that's people you have to respect and appreciate their work. It's these snobbish people that I'd as soon not care for.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The Boston Celtics did the improbable last night on the road. They raced a second-half 21-point deficit to come back and beat the Cavs 111-108 in Cleveland to end their playoff winning streak at 13. It ties an NBA record, but they probably don't care about that. They just wanted to win. Celtics coach Brad Stevens said he had a feeling they had the ability to come back from their third quarter 3-touchdown deficit.
We were playing way better. We were getting good shots on offense and playing with great purpose. And on defense, I thought we were much better than the score indicated. So I think that when you play better, you feel better, and you just kind of stay the course.
LeBron James, he was held to just 11 points on 4 of 13 shooting. He was asked how the Celtics managed to come back from 21 down.
We didn't continue to press the tempo. Marcus Smart started to hit a lot of threes. They started to get momentum, and that's what happened. You give a little team, you give a team a life, and they played so freely without IT, and they just made play after play after play, and we couldn't weather the storm.
Without IT, the Celtics win came just hours after Boston announced they'd be without Isaiah Thomas. He's been ruled out for the remainder of the postseason with a hip injury. Game 4 is Tuesday in Cleveland. On the ice last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins chased Senators goalie Craig Anderson from the pipes after scoring 4 in the first period. They then scored 3 more in their 7-0 auto rout of Ottawa to take a 3-2 lead in their NHL Eastern Conference Final Series. Penn center Sidney Crosby had a goal and an assist. He said everything fell into place in that first period.
I feel like we had a good start. We gave ourselves a chance, to score some of those goals, but those, they don't always go in, or sometimes you don't capitalize on them, and we did that in the first period and gave ourselves a good start there.
The Senators, they'll try to stave off elimination when they host Game 6 tomorrow night. This is NCN Sports.
Welcome to Smithfield's. May I help you, please?
Yes, I'd like to order a barbecue sandwich and a chicken tender sandwich and 2 teas.
We can add fries to that and make it a value pack. May I do that for you, please?
Sure.
Okay, so I have a barbecue sandwich value pack and a jumbo tender sandwich value pack and 2 sweet teas. Do I have your order correct, please?
Yes.
We're preparing it fresh right now. Please pull forward.
Whether it's a fast lunch or a quick dinner, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Sometimes the simplest things can make the biggest difference. An extra pair of hands, a smile, or a shoulder. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we feel the same about home and auto coverage, affordable rates, trusted service, and local agents. After all, making one simple difference in your life helps you make a big difference in another's. Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Cleveland completed a 3-game sweep of Houston on Sunday, 8-6. Elsewhere, the Yankees beat Tampa 3-2, and the Blue Jays topped the Orioles 3-1. The Red Sox throttled the A's 12-3, while the White Sox put the Mariners in dry dock 8-1. Mike Napoli went yard in the Rangers' 5-2 win at home over the Tigers. Minnesota split a twin bill with Kansas City. The Royals took the opener 6-4, while the Twins doubled up on KC in the nightcap 8-4. The Rockies offered their best 45-game start in team history in a 6-4 win in Cincinnati, while the Dodgers scored twice as many as Miami, 6-3. San Diego with a 5-1 win over Arizona. The Cubs blew the foam off the Brewers 13-6. The Cards stopped a 4-game skid against the Giants 8-3, while the Nationals ended a 4-game losing streak of their own in a 3-2 decision to Atlanta. The Pirates 1-0 over the Phillies, and the Angels dismantled the New York Mets 12-5. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
When it comes to foot and ankle care, not all physicians are the same. While many can treat very simple conditions, only a very few can offer specialized care. For example, when choosing a foot and ankle physician, you'll want to ask if the physician has had more than the minimum level of training when diagnosing and treating your condition. Only very few physicians can say they've done extra research and studies on the complex challenges that foot and ankle care can present. Right here in Rutherford County, there's only one physician who can say he is a fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon. Dr. Jason Glover of Rutherford Orthopedics has completed additional training in Ohio and Illinois in order to offer a greater level of expertise in foot and ankle care than any other physician in this region. If you're suffering from foot and ankle pain from an injury or just getting older, call Dr. Jason Glover at 828-287-9260 for more information.
Do you need some extra money in your pocket?
Try Insurance Service Associates, your local independent agent. We can shop your auto and home insurance with several companies to get you better coverage and the best rate. Insurance Service Associates at 127 East Trade Street in Forest City for auto, home, or commercial insurance. More choices, better coverage, best rate. That's Insurance Service Associates, 245-5301.
At Oakland Feed and Seed over in Spindale, while it lasts, BioSpot Flea and Tick 3-month supply is only $9.99, folks. $9.99. 1 month flea pill available now. Flea and Tick shampoo and collar. This is the time of the year when your dog and cats really get infested. When I go by Oakland Feed and Seed and find some of this. They can also have a special on 4-gallon backpack sprayer, only $49.99. Generic Roundup weed killer, all sizes. They have quarts, gallons, 2.5 gallons. At Oakland Feed and Seed. Do-it-yourself pest control. Come into Oakland Feed and Seed and tell them your pest or weed control problems, and they'll tell you how to solve it. Go see Scott and his gang over there at Oakland Feed and Seed in Spindale.
In Charlotte, the All-Stars are back.
I remember hitting the wall, car getting a little faster after that. I remember passing Dad.
Plus Almirola on his fiery crash.
When I hit Joey's car, it felt like somebody stuck a knife in my back.
And
oddly enough, I looked at the picture on the hood. It kind of does look like me.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Want an easy way to help take care of your vehicle? Since 1936, Z-Max Micro Lubricant has been the one product working to fight against carbon buildup in your engine and fuel system. Z-Max literally soaks into metal where it breaks up harmful carbon deposits, helping improve performance and extend engine life and reduce emissions. Use it in your new or used vehicle. Z-Max is an easy application you can pour yourself into your fuel and oil. Get Z-Max today at zmax.com or visit your local auto parts store. Also available for firearms.
There is a turn beyond rational explanation, where the laws of physics become fast and loose. You've entered Turn 3. Kentucky Speedway's Turn 3 is unlike any corner in NASCAR.
Oh, and around goes the 20.
It's a place caught between up and down, science and superstition. It is Turn 3.
It's the toughest corner on the circuit. Catch the Quaker State 400 presented by Advance Auto Parts July 8th. Visit KentuckySpeedway.com.
On the opening day of activities for the Monster Energy All-Star Race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Eric Almirola explained what it felt like when he suffered a compression fracture during a fiery crash last Saturday night with Joey Logano and Danica Patrick.
Immediately, when I hit Joey's car, it felt like somebody stuck a knife in my back. And then I realized that my car was airborne because I could see the asphalt. And when it came back down, it felt like somebody took that knife and just twisted it up in my back.
And the 33-year-old said he was going to be sidelined for 12 weeks.
If I were to get in another similar accident and not be properly healed, you're talking about potentially being paralyzed from the belly button down. So I'm not going to risk that. I've got a lot of baseball to play with my son, and I'd like to dance with my daughter one day at her wedding.
Meanwhile, this is the last All-Star appearance for Dale Earnhardt Jr. The first time he ran it, back in 2000, Jr. overtook his father to take the checkered flag.
I remember hitting the wall, the car getting a little faster after that. I remember passing Dad in the last stage, and I remember seeing Dad in Victory Lane and taking pictures with him up on that stage and standing there going, man, can you believe this? I can't believe this. You believe this?
The Xfinity Series race at Pocono will have a Fox broadcast team made totally up by Cup drivers. Kevin Harvick will do the play-by-play, joined in the booth by Clint Boyer and Joey Logano. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Blaney, and Eric Jones will take care of pit road with Danica Patrick in the Hollywood Hotel. Over the weekend, Tony Stewart will turn 46, and let's get you what you need. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
AutoZone presents Wash and Wax. Washing your car removes road grime and dirt buildup that can scratch your car's finish, while a good coat of wax helps protect that beautiful shine. And right now, get a 32-ounce bottle of Black Magic Tire Wet for just $5.99. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner. Let's get you what you need. See store for restrictions and details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Well, if she could somehow summon the superpowers, Danica Patrick could have a fun Saturday night in the Wonder Woman car.
Oddly enough, I looked at the picture on the hood. It kind of does look like me. And then the Wonder Woman logo actually looks like my Warrior logo. So it's meant to be. It's really neat to drive paint schemes that draw cool attention, especially from kids. I think there's probably a lot of little girls that'll really like this paint scheme and what it means.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you in part by AutoZone.
When you're looking for a new bike, don't settle for second best. And that's precisely why you want a Honda. And the best place to get your off-road bike, your street bike, four-wheelers, dirt bike, or your new all-terrain vehicles, they got it all. It's E&H Honda in Alexander Mills. The Honda quality and style has been the big seller over these many years. The name E&H Honda has been the place to go for over 25 years because people expect the best from them. For personal hometown service and experience, stop by 122 Blanton Circle, Alexander Mills, Forest City. That's E&H Honda.
We'll see mostly cloudy to partly sunny skies around the area today with warm temperatures along with some scattered showers or thunderstorms. Highs will reach about 78 to 83. Tonight, mainly cloudy with an increasing chance of showers and a few storms. Lows overnight dropping into the low to mid-60s. Then on Tuesday, we'll see lots of clouds. We'll have a good chance of rain tomorrow and some heavy rain showers, maybe thunder in spots. Should run cooler. Highs tomorrow will range in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Mike. We are warming up nicely here on this Monday morning. We're up to 63. Started out at 59 earlier this morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and getting up to about 79 for a daytime high with some clouds developing later on today, perhaps about a 40% chance of precipitation this afternoon. And tonight we have a 70% chance of rain, and then tomorrow an 80% chance of rain. 70 tomorrow night, 70% chance of rain on Wednesday and Wednesday night, 50% on Thursday and 40% Thursday night. And then by Friday, it's clearing out of here, mostly sunny. No rain in that forecast. No rain in the forecast for Saturday, and a 20% chance of some isolated showers on Sunday. And that's as far as we can see right now. We hope Memorial Day is going to work out fine for everybody. But right now, let's enjoy the day as it develops for us on this Monday morning. And we're so glad to have you joining us for the early morning wake-up call. Thank you for making WCAB your radio station of choice. Congratulations to Chastity Calhoun of Green Hill. She won the cake this morning from Grady B's. And, of course, we're being kind to Mark Crow, the co-owner of Crow's Funeral Home in Spindale. He has a birthday tomorrow. We're honoring him today. This reminder for all of you who have a lot of trash. We'll talk a little trash to you. Rutherford landfill and all the convenience centers will be closed Monday, May 29th, in observance of Memorial Day. Be a lot of things closed on Monday, so get a lot of your things done before Monday. All right, let's look at some other things around the universe, around the nation. There is a new Gallup poll out. New Gallup poll that shows, I was a little bit surprised at this one, really. I knew it was low, but I didn't know it was this low. A new Gallup poll shows that only 24% of Americans believe the Bible is the literal Word of God. 24% of Americans believe that the Bible is the literal Word of God, which is a decline from the 1970s. But the survey recorded few Americans believe Bible literal Word also shows that the number of Americans who think the Bible is the inspired Word of God, 47%, has stayed pretty steady over the last 40 years. They think the Bible is the inspired Word, but very few believe it's the literal Word of God. In addition, an overwhelming majority of Americans, 71%, believe the Bible is a holy document inspired by God or containing God's own words. Gallup reported on May 15th, fewer than 1 in 4 Americans now believe the Bible is the actual Word of God and is to be taken literally, word for word, similar to the 26% who view it as a book of fables, legends, history, and moral precepts recorded by man. This is the first time, the survey affirms that this is the first time in Gallup's 4-decade trend that biblical literalism has not surpassed biblical skepticism. Meanwhile, about half of Americans, a proportion largely unchanged over the years, fall in the middle, saying the Bible is the inspired Word of God, but that not all of it should be taken literally. Well, just what part shouldn't be? That part that offends us, that should not be taken literally, maybe? Those things that the Ten Commandments, maybe we shouldn't take that literally. A lot of people aren't abiding by them anyway, so is that what they're saying? Only parts that we like should we take literally, and the other part we leave off? Back in 1976, Gallup reported that the percentage of American adults who believe the Bible is actually the Word of God and is to be taken literally word for word was 38%. It has fallen 14 percentage points. For people over age 50, the percentage who took the Bible literally was 45% in 1976. Today, it is 29% for people 50 and older. In terms of education, the people with no college held the highest percentage, 31%, for believing the Bible is the literal Word of God. For people with some college, the percentage was 27%, and college graduates, 13%. However, as Gallup confirmed, 47% of American adults believe the Bible is the inspired Word of God, and the vast majority of Americans, 71%, continue to view the Bible as a holy document, believing it is at least God-inspired, if not God's own Word. Well, you gotta get in there and read it to understand it and believe it, because it says several times throughout that these are my words, so to speak, and paraphrase it. Well, interesting story here. This is out of Round Rock, Texas. Now, many of you, I'm sure, have had bad dates. You went out with somebody you hadn't gone out with, maybe a blind date, or maybe you met somebody online and you thought, well, it sounded like a good date. Turns out to be a bad date. Well, a Texas man is suing a woman he went on a date with for the price of a movie ticket, and he says she texted through the film and left him at the theater. So he's suing her for the price of the popcorn and the ticket. Brendan Vesmore filed the claim for $17.31 last week. The 37-year-old told the Austin American-Statesman he met the woman online and they went to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on May 6th. He says the 35-year-old woman refused to stop texting. Vesmore says he suggested she step outside to text. The woman then left the theater and never returned. The woman told the newspaper Vesmore asked her later for the cost of the ticket, but she refused because he took me out on a date. He says she texted, so he sued her. $17.31. Wonder how much that's going to cost him to sue her for $17.31. Why not just learn the lesson and go on about your life, huh? Really weird. Over in Milwaukee, I like this guy. Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark, who built a following among conservatives with his provocative social media presence and strong support of Donald Trump. He said Wednesday that he is taking a job as Assistant Secretary in the Department of Homeland Security. Well, he'd be a good one. The department declined to confirm that appointment, but tough-talking, cowboy hat-wearing firebrand said in an interview with WISN-AM that he will work in the Office of Partnership and Engagement as a liaison to state, local, and tribal law enforcement agencies. He said he's leaving his current job next month, but he declined to give a date. He says, I'm both honored and humbled to be appointed to this position. DHS spokeswoman Jenny Burke said in a statement that such senior positions are announced by the department when made official by the secretary. No such announcement with regard to the Office of Public Engagement has been made. A Clark spokesman, Craig Peterson, said the sheriff would not comment further and that he felt the need to tell folks he had accepted the position so the governor could get the ball rolling on appointing a replacement. Clark's elevation to a national posting would come at a time of great turmoil for him in the sheriff's office. 7 workers at a county jail he oversees are at the center of a criminal investigation into the dehydration death last year of 38-year-old Terrell Thomas, an inmate who prosecutors say was deprived of water as a punishment. But he says he's taken the job, been offered it. He says he's going to take it. Well, this one of those stories, I think, maybe I shared this with you a few days ago. It's one of those stories that just makes your blood boil, you know what I'm saying? It makes you want to lobby for a law that believes in disarming somebody. Nicholas Neon Trash, believe it or not, that's his last name. Thrash, I guess it is, instead of trash. Thrash. Nicholas Dion Thrash has been arrested. The trash was located South Shelby Street. Officers of the Marion Police Department, this is not Marion McDowell, this is another Marion. Officers of the Marion Police Department surrounded the arrest, announced their presence, and took Thrash into custody without incident. He was arrested on a Crime Stoppers tip. He's being held on 10 preliminary counts of child molesting. He's being held at a Grant County jail on a $500,000 cash bond. The Marion Police Department is asking for the public's help in the search for a man wanted for 10 counts of child molesting, which involves impregnating a 10-year-old girl. Yep. He's been arrested for impregnating a 10-year-old, according to the Marion Police Department. He's 34 years old. Well, that's the kind of thing, it's sort of think there ought to be if convicted, there ought to be a law allowing them to disarm somebody with that kind of record. All righty, let's see what else we got. Well, we need to do this, then we'll be back. Wondering where to turn for your real estate needs? I invite you to turn to the professionals of RE/MAX Journey. Sherry Revis and Michelle Uckpich are now located in Rutherfordton at 141 Laurel Hill Drive behind Hardee's. They offer many years of experience with excellent results. Let Sherry and Michelle go to work for you. Call the RE/MAX office today at 828-395-2222 or visit them on the web at www.journeyrealtync.com. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Each office independently owned and operated.
Do you need a legal consultation regarding wills, real estate closings, or Medicaid planning, or just legal representation? Contact attorneys Geraldine Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm on East Court Street in Rutherfordton. With years of experience and expertise, Arledge Law Firm is your local professional law firm that really cares about their clients, and it shows. Whatever the situation you're facing, call 828-287-3338. Let this professional team go to work for you.
Reaching 10 counties with the best variety of entertainment and information. This is AM 590, the mighty 590, WCAB.
Right on, right on. 847. Boy, this story, I really like this story because I've known folks who lived in motels. Matter of fact, last couple of Christmases ago, our Christmas family were living in a motel because they didn't have a place to live. They had children, small children there. This story, when I found it on GoUpstate.com, it rang out to me and it touched me. Let me share just a little bit of it with you. Her name is Heather Dunaway. She's now 17, and 4 years ago, she never thought she'd be able to wear a cap and gown across the stage to graduate Spartanburg High School. Because for the majority of her life, Dunaway's family's home was at various Spartanburg motels, places where she and her siblings often were surrounded by a lot of illicit activity and where their childhoods involved bullying and periods of loneliness. As a teenager living in a motel, Dunaway would start her day by waking up before the sunrise to catch the bus to Spartanburg High School, go to class, and then ride the bus back to the motel after school. The motel was always the first bus stop in the morning and the last stop in the afternoon, so classmates wouldn't tease Dunaway and the other kids about where they lived, but she said she still got picked on. Anytime the bus smelled bad, it was always the hotel kids that made it smell bad, she said. That's pretty much what other kids called us, the motel kids. I started to believe them after a little while, she said. Sometimes she and her siblings were called motel rats and other derogatory names. Despite those challenges, though, Dunaway stayed hopeful and worked hard, and as a result, she achieved a personal milestone when she graduated from Spartanburg High School Friday. Nearly 2.5 years ago, Dunaway and her family were able to find safer and more stable housing with some relatives, but there are some details about motel life that have stuck with Dunaway that she finds difficult to share. Dunaway said her family lived at a few motels throughout her life, spending several years at a time at some of them. It wasn't uncommon for her and her two young siblings and her parents to squeeze into one room with no privacy. At the last motel where she lived, her family had a little more space with 2 adjoining rooms. I thought we were only going to be at the last motel for a little bit, but we were there longer, she said. When her parents' vehicle broke down, the family no longer had reliable transportation for jobs, appointments, and errands. Donaway said her parents made made ends meet by working at the motel, her mother as a housekeeper and her father as a handyman. Donaway remembers a lot of other families with children living at the motels because they were homeless. She also remembers some tenants doing drugs and prostitutes hanging around. There really nowhere to go to get away from it, she said, besides the parking lot. But then if you went out there, you had to watch out for drivers speeding around the corners. But at Spartanburg High School, Donaway kept to herself and stood alone near the same corner of the atrium every morning. She said she didn't hang out with the classmates, decided not to go to the prom, and never ate lunch in the cafeteria. I didn't want to be in there with all the people. She said I didn't really have any friends, and I never did even when I was going to high school. I did go through a phase of being jealous of what the other kids had because I couldn't get them, like a cell phone, shoes, and nicer clothes. When Donaway got detention for not having a school ID, which her family couldn't afford to buy, she didn't go because it was after school and she wouldn't have had a way to get home. After that, she's in school suspension for skipping detention. That situation caught the eye of Spartanburg School District 7 educators, including Jeff Stephen, the Spartanburg High principal. When Stevens found out about Donaway's home life from a fellow educator, he continued to speak daily with Donaway. Always wanted her to feel safe when she was and know that if there was anything she needed to talk about, I was there for her. Lisa Cunningham, the Spartanburg High School choral director, said Donaway was a quiet student in her class for 3 years. She always participated, but she did not bond easily with other people around her. But the choir room was a safe place. She could come and was accepted for who she was, and nobody asked questions. Donaway didn't see a way past the obstacles in her life until 4 years ago when she met Dr. Gloria Close, a Spartanburg School District 7 educator. Close said it was the negative spiral that Donaway's family was going through that got her attention. Close knew about the families living permanently at motels around the country, but said it wasn't until she saw it firsthand in Spartanburg and got to know the families that she felt she needed to take action. She said, I've seen mothers at the motels give their last money to someone who didn't have any money for the next day's rent. There's a whole sense of what's going to happen every day. There's a sense of hopelessness and just plain fear. Close and volunteers provide families with groceries and meals, offer a free week educational summer camp for the children, and assist the parents in finding employment and more permanent affordable housing. Today, Donaways live at her aunt's home in Spartanburg County with her mother, sister, and her dog. Her 2 brothers live nearby with the knuckle. Her mother has access to reliable transportation for work now, grocery shopping, and taking her daughters to get their hair trimmed. Although her parents have separated, Donaway stays in close contact with her dad. Close continues to keep in touch with the family and share in special moments, but such as when Donaway was accepted to Spartanburg Methodist College and Spartanburg Community College. Isn't that great? Donaway said she doesn't feel it's the right time to go to college, but plans to go in the future to become a social worker. In the meantime, Close is helping her pursue a pharmacy technician certificate through an area college so she can work at a drugstore. Donaway said if it wasn't for people like Close who wouldn't be graduating from high school or feeling as safe as she does. I think if we were still at the motel, I wouldn't be in school anymore. I probably would have quit. That's not any words. I'm just so happy. There's not any words. I'm just so happy. I didn't think I was going to make it this far at all. Isn't that a great story? Pulled themselves up from the bootstraps because of determination of making life happen regardless of how bad it is for them. And somebody like this teacher that helped them along the way, gave them the support they need. You know, folks, we may not realize this, but there are so many homeless people right here in our own county. There are many of our children living in motels. Some are living in cars. If we just get our heads out from in front of the television, of the View and the Talk and Oprah and all those things, and get out and search, we'll find that there are needs right here in our county. Well, enough of that for the day. I hope indeed that you'll be thankful for girls like this one that have risen above it to graduate from high school, now going to college in time. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy your Monday. See you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, stay together.
Love and marriage go together like a...
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. President Trump, in remarks alongside Israeli President Rivlin in Jerusalem today, said Israel and the U.S. have an enduring friendship and looks forward to together ending the violence and achieving Middle East peace. Mr. Trump also said he looks forward to discussing the peace process with Palestinian President Abbas.
Young Israeli and Palestinian children deserve to grow up in safety and to follow their dreams free from the violence that has destroyed so many lives.
President Trump hasn't even released his budget, and critics on both sides are already panning it. CBS News correspondent Nancy